One of the most talked about animes today, Jujutsu Kaisen, has a lot of cool and unique powers, but sometimes they seem too complicated to understand. Today, we will briefly break down the basics of its complex power system. In the Jujutsu Kaisen universe, cursed energy is defined as a power born out of negative human emotions like grief, anger, and fear. Cursed energy is present in almost everyone, but in a very small percentage of the population, the concentration of this energy is high enough to allow them to see cursed spirits. The minimum requirement for a sorcerer is to see cursed spirits. Cursed energy leaks from the human body and accumulates. When it ferments over time, it gives birth to cursed spirits. Gojo Satoru compared cursed energy to electricity. According to his analogy, similar to electricity, cursed energy is volatile in nature and difficult to use. However, rather than using it for blunt force, humans use electricity to fuel electronics. Likewise, sorcerers use cursed energy to activate their unique abilities. So, cursed energy is a negative energy, but it can be turned into reverse cursed energy, which can actually be used to heal humans. Reverse cursed energy is made by taking two sources of negative energy and multiplying them together, which is difficult to master. Most sorcerers are born with a unique cursed technique, which are fueled by the cursed energy, meaning that by using reverse cursed energy, you can master a reverse cursed technique, which has the reversed feats of the sorcerer's original cursed technique. Cursed energy is usable without techniques too, but it is too straining and inaccurate. The peak of Jujutsu sorcery are domain expansions. It is achieved by expanding one's innate domain with cursed energy while using a barrier to construct it inside a separate space. The caster then imbues their cursed technique within the barrier to complete the expansion, allowing them to deploy their ability all throughout the domain. A specific hand sign or signal unique to the user is required to expand someone's respective domain. From the outside, a domain's barrier is normally completely closed, making it appear as a floating black sphere that can even be moved slightly if needed. In the domain, a user's technique is guaranteed to hit the mark every time. Domain expansions can only be used once a day, but the only two who can use it more than once are Sukuna and Gojo Satoru. Some other feats are Black Flash or Binding Vows. A Black Flash occurs when a user is completely in tune with their own cursed energy flow. Only a single person can repeatedly and consciously use Black Flash several times in a row. That is Itadori Yuji. Lastly, a Binding Vow is a pact made with Jujutsu sorcerers that creates conditions with oneself or others where you accept some disadvantages to achieve some new advantages. For instance, when Yuji's body was deceased, Sukuna proposed a binding vow that would allow him to heal in exchange for allowing Sukuna to take control for 1 minute whenever he said a keyword in chain. And the biggest difference between a binding vow and a heavenly restriction is that a heavenly restriction is forced onto newborn sorceress. There you have it, a brief explanation of the complex power system in Jujutsu Kaisen. If you found the video useful, please leave a like or subscribe and comment what you want to see next. Until next time.